Hey, what's happening? I wanted to put together this quick training video for you. It's Friday afternoon in my office, and the majority of my employees are actually gone for the day. And my wife just showed up with my kids, and we're going to go ahead and take the kids to the zoo. But before I do that, I had one quick video I wanted to shoot for you to give you some ideas on how to get more things done in your business with less time. And many of us fight trying to get things done, trying to do them perfectly. We fight procrastination. We fight other priorities. We fight distractions. So I wanted to give you a couple of tips real quick on this beautiful Friday afternoon before I head home to play golf and hang out with my family for the weekend on some tips to help you get more things done in less time. So I wrote down 9 ideas here and some specific things that I do in my business and in my life to get more done. So I'm going to walk these through with you. So grab a pen and a piece of paper right now and write these down and start implementing them in your life, in your business this weekend. All right, so let's start with number 1. Number one of the things that I love to do in order to get more things done is to get a partner, get an accountability partner, get a gym partner, get someone who you can be accountable to that will help you understand your goals and hold your feet to the fire. Back about 5-6 years ago, I hired a personal trainer, and I wanted to get in the best shape of my life. And I would have never been able to do that unless I had hired a friend of mine. His name was Mike Tucherone, and Mike and I worked out together. And the only reason sometimes I even bothered to show up at the gym is because I knew he would be there. And oftentimes in my businesses now, I share my best ideas and my biggest projects with a couple of key employees and staff members, and I set deadlines and I tell them, hey, I want to get this done by a certain day. I want you to get on my butt to make sure that I get things done. So find a partner, find a friend, maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's a buddy of yours, who you can tell your dreams and goals to and get deadlines, and they can hold you accountable. Number 2, I call this ACER, A-C-E-R, and that stands for absolute clarity of the end result. If you're starting a new project, if you're building your company, if you're hiring a new employee, you should always know exactly what it is that you're trying to accomplish. You need to have absolute clarity of what the end result is that you're trying to get. Write that down, document it, set yourself a deadline, give yourself a date, and look at that. Look at that end result every single day. When you're getting up in the morning, you're brushing your teeth, you're doing your thing, look at that end result that you're trying to accomplish. Every single day, remind yourself of why you're in this business in the first place. Another great way to avoid procrastination and get more things done is just to take one step. Take one step forward, and do something. Just get started. Get off your butt and just go do something. Many of us like to look at a course or look at a training program, a coaching program, or a marketing campaign, and we like to know everything about it before we do anything. That's the wrong way to approach getting things done. If you're going to be a lifetime learner and look at taking on new information and digesting and consuming new information, go ahead and do that. Consume some new information, but then go implement it. Consume some new information, and then go implement it again. So take one step. Do something. Just get started. Number 4 is a great one. I actually got an email from a friend of mine, Brad, this week from a mastermind group that I'm in with some other investors. And this is one of the things that he said that was in his email. He said, do it imperfectly. Do it imperfectly, meaning if you take one step, okay, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Take one step. And you're probably going to do it imperfectly. And that's okay. So if you start a new marketing campaign, or you have a BPO that was ordered, or you're trying to sell your houses, or you're trying to raise private money from a lender, just go do it. Take one step. Do it imperfectly. Because even if you do it imperfectly, that's okay. It's okay to do it wrong. You're one step closer, though, to actually achieving a goal, hitting a milestone, and hitting a deadline. So go do it imperfectly. It's okay if it's not perfect. Number 5, study under a mentor. My whole life I've had mentors. I've had mentors that I've I've read from, books, tapes, courses. I've had specific mentors. My dad is my biggest mentor because the way he's led his life and built his business, and the way he's listened to his faith and Jesus and God, and the way he conducts himself, he's my biggest mentor. In business, I have several mentors that I look up to. There's guys in the internet marketing world that I learn from. There are other people in the real estate business that I look up to, that I learn from. So study under a mentor. You should always have mentors, not just one, maybe a couple mentors, that people that you're looking up to, people that have been there, done that you can learn from. Which brings me to number 6, which is R&D. Many people think of R&D as research and development. When I hear R&D, I think of rip off and duplicate. Okay, rip off and duplicate. What does R&D mean to you? Well, Strategic Real Estate Coach, we've created an incredible amount of resources, training programs, coaching programs, and we want you to rip off and duplicate our stuff to make yourself more successful. So another word for this is don't reinvent the wheel. R&D, don't reinvent the wheel. Well, I say rip off and duplicate. Feel free to rip off and duplicate my stuff. Some of the most successful products in the world, some of the most successful services in the world are one step above or one step beyond something that they ripped off and duplicated. Okay? So, for instance, the iPad, the Apple iPad, many people thought or had heard about netbooks. They had heard about netbooks and net computers, or they were just a tablet. Well, the iPad is not the first tablet computer to ever be created. It's just the best. It's the best tablet computer to ever be created. So Apple took ideas from other people who had created netbooks or tablet computers. They ripped off and duplicated some of the ideas, and then they improved it. They made it better. So rip off and duplicate. Feel free to rip off and duplicate my stuff. And certainly if you find other things that are good, another word for this that's maybe more politically correct is don't reinvent the wheel. Number 7 is mastermind. You must be surrounding yourself with other people who are successful and who are doing some of the same things that you're doing. When I think about mastermind, I actually think about hanging out with my competitors. Oftentimes in a mastermind group, you're working with other people who are trying to accomplish the same thing you are, and sometimes you're even sharing the same exact markets. You're going after the same exact customers. You're going over the same homeowners. You're going after the same properties. But sharing ideas with your competitors and masterminding in a group is going to allow you and them to both take your business up to a higher level. Okay? So make sure you're in a mastermind group. Go to your local RIA group. Meet up with some of the investors in your area and meet with them. Meet with them outside of the RIA group. Meet with them maybe once a month. Go grab a steak dinner. Go grab a beer. Set up a time for maybe a 2-hour mastermind where you get together and just share ideas. One tip about a mastermind group is you need 3 people. 2 people in a mastermind group isn't going to be enough as far as the exchange of ideas. 3 people minimum. So if I have an idea and you have an idea and we're going back and forth, if there's a third person who can listen in to that idea and then offer their third-party advice, that's where you really get a mastermind group to start to sizzle and really get a lot of good ideas. Number 8 is create yourself a fun reward. Set a project, set a goal, start a marketing campaign, and then set a reward. If you hit your goal and you accomplish the project in a deadline and you actually make the goal and it happens, give yourself a reward. Take yourself out to dinner. Buy yourself something nice. Buy yourself some new clothes. Do something different. Set the reward in advance when you are also identifying the end result. When you identify the end result of what you're trying to accomplish, tell yourself, if I achieve this end result, I'm also going to give myself a fun reward. It just makes it fun. It makes it interesting. It's different than the everyday grind of doing this business. And lastly, number 9 is to celebrate. And celebrating is cool because if you have a partner, okay, and you know the end result, and you just take one step, and you do it imperfectly, and then you have a mentor that you're working with, and you have a mastermind group that you're working with, and you've ripped off and duplicated a bunch of information, and you've accomplished the reward, and you have a reward that you're going after, then celebrate. You've accomplished a massive, massive goal, and now it's time to celebrate. Oftentimes I see people accomplishing massive, huge goals and objectives, and then they go right back into working. They go right back into the grind of getting the next thing done. Well, you know what? Have some fun. Do something cool. Take some time off of work. Go buy yourself something fun. Take your spouse or your business partner. Go out to a nice dinner. Enjoy an evening by yourself or with some friends. But go out and celebrate. Celebrate. And if you have a partner, and if you have a mentor, and you're in a mastermind group, well, then you have a party. You have lots of people around to go ahead and celebrate with. So take some of these ideas, go implement it in your business, have yourself a fantastic weekend, and also make sure Jeff Watson is doing a webinar Monday night. It's basically an open Q&A webinar, and you know that Jeff is one of the top short sale lawyers, if not the top short sale lawyer in the country. Make sure you register for the webinar right beneath this video, and get on the webinar with Jeff on Monday night. All right? So have yourself a great weekend, and go celebrate. Go have some fun. Okay, so I just got done recording this video for you for the weekend, and I'm walking out of the building. Here's the 9 steps I just went through, and I'm going to go upstairs and introduce you to my wife and kids, and so let's check it out. We're actually got some cool plans for the weekend. I'm going to go play some golf and take the kids to the zoo. I'm going to go up the steps here and introduce you to my wife Lisa and Juliana and Alessandra. So hang on one sec. So here's the Streck office, Suite 303. And there they are. Hey, Juliana.
Hi.
Say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Who is that, huh? Say hi, people.
Hi, peoples.
Hi, peoples. Hey.
We
Who's
don't
that?
want to be on video.
Lisa, you're on video.
We don't want to.
Who's this? Alessandra? Alessandra, say hi. What are we doing? Are we going to the zoo? Huh? Are we going to the zoo?
I can't find my keys.
Uh-oh. Can't find your keys? Juliana, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What are we going to do? We're going to go see the lions and tigers and bears, oh my? You want to go see the tigers? You do? What's your favorite animal in the whole world?
The bear.
The bear? Okay, the bear. Let's go see him. All right, guys, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday.